What is going on, people? Just saw the Inoue Fulton fight. I didn't get up early for this one, but I was able to catch it, the rerun of it on ESPN Plus. But what a performance by Inoue! Complete domination. I thought Inoue was going to win the fight. I did not see this coming, where it was not even competitive at all. I think the most apparent difference was the speed difference. Was not remotely close, and I scored the fight. I gave Inoue every round. I'm sorry, I thought he won every round. Round 5 was a little bit closer. After winning the first 4, clearly I thought round 5 was closer, but I still thought Inoue won. Round 6, he won. Round 7, that was Fulton's best round, but I just think Fulton, he doesn't have the necessary power or footwork to beat a guy like Inoue, and Inoue's speed and power just overwhelmed him. And then he knocked him out in that 7th round. He hit him with the right hand. Really, his gloves, Fulton, they hit the canvas. Yeah, the ref didn't see that. He was late to it. Then Inoue hit him with that left hook. He was out. He got up, Fulton. He tried to fight through it, but then Inoue finished him. And Inoue, he might be the best finisher in boxing. I'd still say Terence Crawford, but he's right there. In terms of finishing. This dude is a monster, pun intended, and he throws every punch hard. And what surprised me the most about this fight was that he was willing to battle the jabs. And if Fulton was to win the fight, he was going to have to outland him with jabs. If he were to win the fight, it was going to be jab, fight on the inside when he has to, keep the distance on the outside, avoid the mid-range at all times. Inoue was beating him to the punch on the jab because Inoue's front foot, as Timothy Bradley said in the broadcast so greatly, great broadcaster, was just so explosive. He was so quick that first step. Fulton was like befuddled almost. He was like, he didn't know what to do. People said Fulton didn't have a good game plan. I think he had a good game plan. I just think he couldn't execute it because, again, speed kills. He has a huge power advantage and a speed advantage too. And that was the part that surprised me, was how much of a speed advantage he had. Because I knew he was going to have a big power advantage because Fulton's not a huge puncher. But the speed was big. And Inoue has a lot of power. And that is very rare at those lower weight classes. Usually you don't find guys under 130 that have that kind of power. Inoue's a special fighter, 4-division champion. And when was the last time you saw a guy who was moving up in weight and in his first fight in the new weight class, he went and fought the number 1 guy? It's a long time, because when Usyk moved up, he didn't fight Anthony Joshua right away. He fought Witherspoon and then Chisora. When Canelo moved up to 168, he fought Rocky Fielding first. He didn't fight Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, and Caleb Plant. When Canelo moved up to light heavyweight, he fought Sergey Kovalev. He didn't fight Bivol till later on, and he didn't fight Beterbiev. When Teofimo Lopez moved up, he fought Pedro Campa, then Sandor Martin, then Josh Taylor. He didn't just fight Josh Taylor. The list goes on and on. Terence Crawford moved up. He fought Jeff Horn. I understand some of these things are because of the politics in boxing and promoters and stuff like that. So it's not always the fighter's choice. But this guy moved up to a new weight class, fought the number 1 guy, and it was not competitive for even a round. At no point in the fight did I feel like Fulton was going to win. It was not competitive at all. Fulton did have some moments, here and there. Don't get me wrong, and he made certain rounds towards the end competitive, but Inoue was too much. This guy throws every punch hard. Strong jab, huge right hand, huge left hook, and he's got a pretty good uppercut. And I think his footwork and his defense is better than credited too. Guy's a great finisher. Guy has a chin. Guy's a great fighter. And for me, I think that as of right now, you got to say Inoue is the number 1 pound-for-pound guy. We'll see what happens Saturday night between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, but it's hard, man. It's hard to argue with the guy who's a 4-division champion and just took out a really good fighter, Stephen Fulton. I didn't have Fulton on my pound-for-pound list, but if there was a pound-for-pound top 20, he would probably be in the top 20. A very good fighter, and he just took him out like it was nothing. I mean, they're talking about him fighting the other champion at 122, the guy who beat Akhmalov. If I'm saying his name right, I'm sorry, Tapalis, or I don't know how you say it. But, man, and they're even talking how much can Inoue move up? Can he go up to 126? Can he go up to 130? I don't know. I think 126, maybe 130. Maybe, maybe. I don't think he could get to lightweight, though. That would be crazy. I don't think he could get to 135. But right now, we're not going to focus on that. Let's just enjoy this victory. Performance of the year by Naoya Inoue. A complete domination over a very good fighter, a world-class fighter, Stephen Fulton. Credit to Fulton. He went to a different country. He dared to be great. He's getting well compensated for it. He's making 5 times the amount of money he made in his last fight, or 6 times the amount of money, I think. Because I think the last fight he made $500,000. This one he made $3 million. But Inoue is the monster. The hype is real, and the real ones know how good he is. People saying he was a hype job and just taking advantage of lower weight fighters that are unknown. What now? Completely wrong. This guy is the real deal. He's an all-time great. And as of right now, today, July 25th, 2023, I got to say he's the number 1 fighter in the sport. We'll see what happens going forward. But you can make a case for Inoue, Usyk, the winner of Crawford, Spence, maybe even Canelo still you can make a case for. So, boxing has a lot of great fighters, and Inoue definitely is at the top pantheon of that. I think that this dude is sensational, and he deserves all the credit he gets. I want to find America more so I could get to see him. Hopefully he could come to New York. I don't know who that would be against, but I don't know. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's early in the morning here, but great stuff, great fight. I don't know why they fight on Tuesday nights, though, on Tuesday nights in Japan. I don't get that. But either way, great stuff. Let me know what you guys think about it anyway. Is he number 1 pound for pound right now? Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.